Test, test. Okay, maybe it's good. Kyle tells me the forum made a rather momentous announcement, so there's to be a great exodus. I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Awe. Yeah, this is Ezuka's cousin. The realization of running, the mixture of relief and regret after. Why me? I ask myself, why me? Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic. The cosmic morality of lack, therefore, we're here and we'll get through this together. Who knows, maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. No, no, no! This, please, anything but this. Visitor has come knocking at your door. Whoever could it be? I'll say. What? Is this like a choice? You get to pick who comes in? Who do you want to comfort you? Wow, it is. This is that's definitely a choice of who you want.
Craving a midnight snack, were you? I did consider bringing a few sweets, but decided this wasn't an appropriate occasion.
Okay, I kind of wish I didn't pick Alice right
sleep.
now. Was
Had
Kryl
things
an
on
option?
my mind. I know it's late, so I'll try not to talk your ear off. It's Xenos. I keep thinking back to Garlemald when he'd taken control of your body. An altogether terrifying experience, to say the least. And one that served as a harsh reminder.
But you noticed?
No one, no matter how strong or quick or clever, is invincible. Not even you.
Hey,
And
hey,
as much
hey.
as it might seem at times that you are, one misstep, one mistake, and that's that. Which is why, even though I know you've heard it 1,000 times before, I'm going to tell you to take better care of yourself. Because you really, really should. It goes without saying that we're all committed to this fight. But that doesn't mean that we need to throw our lives away. You know how I feel about noble sacrifices.
Imagine picking Grahatia for this.
Right, that's settled. We'll be keeping the acts of gratuitous bravado to a minimum.
Was Thancred an option? I would have picked Thancred, actually.
When I looked father in the eye and swore we'd find a way to avert this tragedy, it wasn't a promise just for him. It was a promise for you, too.
Oh? Can I redo that? I didn't realize. Well, I did realize, but I picked too quick. I should have really thought my choice. Can I abandon this quest? A short while earlier in the Alamegan Quarter. It's looking a little red. The sky.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Alamigo!
Thank the Ilsebar contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Who was that? Fordola?
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. They're to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Julius? What? What is this? A tempered Garlean? Meanwhile, in Ishgard. Is this how the final day starts?
Another day, another commission of paramount importance.
This guy was in freaking the labyrinth.
What have we here?
Are random people just getting tempered, or what is this?
Hey, are you all right?
Aaronville.
Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
Since when did the shadows play tricks?
The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. Yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
Well, let's see. This trash map. Oh, what's happening there? Who's controlling the map? Higher. I want to go higher. Welcome back. Ready for a nap? Oh, 533 head. Oh, what? Are they gonna music swaps. Usually they just play it in the whole place. What's this hat, man? Skies aflame. Clyde, I was just about to call for you. Hold on, I gotta check. Okay. Oh, I'm afraid we received another call for assistance. This one comes from Raz Adhan. Others have assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You join them at once. Ah, there you are. Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Ratzatan. Wild beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say that the very sky burns above them. Gods, are the final days already upon us? It appears so. Sadly, this is all the information we have present. No doubt the people at Razatan are busy fighting for their lives. Then we must go at once. They need our help. Agreed. Kyle, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You are in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, so we must know about it at once. Be safe out there, yes? Let us make first for a Yedlimad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. I'm glad for Kryle's support. I'll also call upon Hori Boulder and the others to assist us. We'll be our eyes and ears in the field, as they may have been many times before. Similar creatures have been sighted here in Charlian. That said, the early signs have made manifest in other regions ere long. Must be prepared for every eventuality. The fall of the tower in Davnir, Anish were beginning to enjoy a semblance of peace, and now this? We do not wield the creation magics the ancients did, yet still these abominations appear. Whatever could be the cause. This calamity has indeed come to Thavnir. It is all too likely that Corvos across the strait finds itself in a similar predicament. Even now, it remains an imperial province, and as such, it may be some time until we certain the situation there. We can only hope that Kryle and Tataru will be able to provide us with some insight, sooner rather than later. Ancient times, the phenomenon was first observed in places where the celestial currents had grown weakest. 'Twould seem there is a stagnancy of aether in the skies above Razatan. Good owes even to Vritra. Might of Vritra is not enough to hold these fiends at bay. Razatan is in dire straits indeed. All at once. I'd accompany you to Thavnir, but Raha's concerns are well founded. Last thing I want is to be a burden. So I will remain here with the Taru and do all I can to gather knowledge that might serve us in the battle to come. Godspeed in your journey, Cloud. Can I use the teleport? Like, I figured the music would be playing the whole time here.
And lo, vile beasts did rise.
Uh-oh. Monka, shake!
Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens.
I
We
did
doomed
this.
to unmake all we were.
Zodiac, please save us.
The sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the Isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Radzat-Han themselves transformed into these baleful fiends. Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The Large One's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vritra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
I was just targeting random people?
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again. I have no words to express my gratitude. Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlimat. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
Clench the fists.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Or we actually need to level a bit on my ninja. But sure, why not? Actually, and I can't... I need to put some materia on my clothes, but... Need to level my disciples a little bit. New music. Innocent souls twisted and reformed into unholy abominations. I thought I had seen the last of such nightmares with the Sin Eaters. We must act quickly, Glide. Every moment we tarry means another soul may be lost to this nightmare. Usually the most dangerous foe in a worm's domain is the worms themselves. If I were Vitra, I would be as offended as I am horrified. I'll survey the environs closely as we go about our search. There may be some clue to how we can combat this phenomenon. It's true that the people themselves have transformed into beasts. Why even the Radiant Host could suffer the same fate? Us perished, thought. Don't worry, no matter how grim things might get, I won't lose heart. Ready whenever you need me. The beasts are not born of creation magics, run amok, but are rather the altered forms of the people themselves. In that sense, this manifestation of the final days differs from that which we witness in Amaranth. And for the worse, I dare say, if any man, woman, or child could become a beast at any moment, there's no telling whence the next threat might come. We must exercise extreme caution. This is dangerous. Like, literally any scion could. No? But surely that won't happen. If it does happen, then oh my god, wow, they're trying to shock us. If it doesn't happen, then wow, plot armor. Nice one, Square. Everyone has assembled, yes? I thank you for lending us your aid and in our battle against the blasphemy. Let's review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood home to many temples, a number of villages. Ritra and the Radiant Hosts have gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join me. Do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. Oh, dungeon? What? Was not expecting this. through the whole Shadowbringers, I wasn't at max riding speed. Man. 85. Showtime. Vanaspati. God save us. Ah.
My friends, heed me. These are children of Daphne.
Just kill them, Vitra.
Forgive me. I could do them no harm.
No, we can't forgive you. This tank is on. Back. Thank you.
If this is the only way, I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
Terminus Idolizer. Terminus Pursuers. It's too late. Too late for us all. Terminus snatch it. Mouth off. Oh. What the? Oh, you need to go to the closed mouths? What in the world? What is right? I didn't even notice. I wasn't paying attention. Lost hope. Mouth off. Last gasp. Mouth off. What is right? What is right? Note of despair. That's my addle. Mouth off. I mean, you might as well go to the spots already.
What is this vile presence I sense?
Why doesn't this have the
Near, beyond your guard.
animated portrait like it was before? The horde draweth near. Come on, man. Let's kill these. Can't even go. We're stuck here. Nice pull. You have to get away from here. Mother, what is wrong? It's hopeless. Make it stop. No. Mother, Is it negative emotions? Is this the Shaw of anger? The despair? Oh, I messed up. Apocalypse. Oh, check the weather, check the weather. I got me one. Terminus record. He's gonna wreck you. Unholy water. Siphon is gonna drink that one? I don't want to be near that water. What? Did the water do anything? Aether Scythe. Copy base from the ARR dungeon. Meaningless destruction. Back immune. Poisoned heart. Total wreck. What is this 30-second dot? Level up. Oh? What is this? What? Barrier. Wow, this is a pretty big ability. Magic barrier. What's happening here? Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is the cinematic. Damn. Five, 3, 6. That's 3 more than 3. Alright, please get that. Wings of Despair. Help. Wrong button. For some reason I sure cast. He has a normal head and a demon head. Oh. A dragon. Oh, yeah. Blasphemy. Srar Bon. Flames of Decay. Ethereal Disruption. It's pink. Maybe I need to be on pink? I actually don't even know what I was on. Crumbling Sky. I have blue now. Maybe I go on blue? I don't know. Do the opposite? For some reason I thought it was the same again. I use my magic barrier. I have no mobility. Well, I guess I can sprint. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, I thought it was the same again. Adeline? This is basically an instant kill. I got no idle. I don't have idle for this. I just used my magic barrier. Okay. If I'm colorblind, I can't do that. Oh, I got it. That was the worst of them, or at least I hope it was. I see no trace of the person it was once. This must be the blasphemy they spoke of. The horrors of Amarant, born anew. Nature is close, still fighting in the skies above. Look at this place, man. What are these? This is not the city. What cities are these? Oh, fire right now. Squid boys, all in the air. Come, Vitra. It's now or never. Do 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 do. Ruined. I'm ruined. Strabanu.
As I feared.
They die.
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well. There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
That would mean,
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This is the same phenomenon.
Oh.
The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud.
They get Thanos.
Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhaps so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
Gods be good. You're
Gods
saying
be
they cannot
good.
be saved?
Not by any means known to me. Or
Monka,
by any
shake.
means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
But it happens randomly to people. You just randomly die?
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
Why hasn't it happened to any of us?
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable.
What do they hunger?
Deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate.
Talking about Zodiac? Zodiac isn't the bringer of
Once proud
the final days, is he?
sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them. And now I spill their blood.
I don't know. I might still be confused on Zodiac.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe.
You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. The truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
I'm just a dragon.
What madness is this, I-One? Thou dost forget thyself.
He's trying to...
Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos.
Yeah, wait, what would be the point?
Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone. that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Radzetan will not survive.
Take me with you.
Oh?
I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
True.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, here. It's the last thing you ever wanted. The link pearl. We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you know.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
Where's Tiamat? You just ignoring all the squids?
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
Then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
After so long and so many sacrifices, we finally found a way to cure the tempered. These poor souls, they vanished without a trace. Is there truly no saving them? All life must end in a death, yet death in turn gives birth to new life, such as the flow of aether. To think that natural cycle could simply be cut off, the very thought makes me shudder. While Stinian and Vitra defend Razadhan from above, we on the ground must find a means to prevent these transformations. Stillness in the air puts me ill at ease. You must be wary. Worry not, I can see your aether and that of our companions. We have not suffered the fate of those unfortunates. Our Radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, but it pains me to not know those beasts were once my own people. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant, steel ourselves for whatever it is yet to come. Do I keep this stuff? I guess so, right? Boost? blasphemy unmasked. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduta. For the time being, there I can better manage the crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own city, own here in the city. Perhaps the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations, the conditions under which it occurred. We can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, which may give us some insight as to a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alce and I will see to the Paxa path. Anchored in Ishtola, pray make for Dharma. I leave Arthra to Graha. Glide. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Mega Duta. Perhaps we might share what we've learned with the fat trap. Shall we be off then? Athra is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forge many of our warding scales. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nudhaddin, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Damn, the crafters are here. Oh yeah, I gotta check. These are alchemists who made the talismans or help make more or something? Oh, I remember those red eyes. You were with the scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. I happened to catch sight of any of the creatures. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balshan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast spoke its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be spent sprawling as its minions propelled themselves skyward. The blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. The knowledge may prove useful. Thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should next inquire to the bazaar then. It's gotta be negative emotions. This is the Pandaria. Shaw of anger. What about the other one? I guess that would have made sense because it happened in Amarat. They didn't really express emotion. Discuss the textile style. So this is the variant weave. I must say it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvus. All wonder is really given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert of Corvus culture, of course. But as occasion visit the Antro, only the Charlene and likes. Never reside there again. That said, in recent days I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye. With it, the wisdom of ancient Alag, and so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvus again. Only once again. Only once. Forgive me, but my shop is closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous pain that's tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. Had better luck asking there. Materia. Something matter? You know what happened. I saw it all, though I wish I hadn't. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend. Massive body bursting through the entryway, worse of a tidal wave. Then it was gone as quickly as it came. Feels like they kind of try to emulate the Kugane markets here. Sisters have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe. Slow down, friend. The danger is past, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First, I heard the screams. The horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a married, throwing people about like rag dolls, eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. Shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng, beasts of victims. I didn't tell, I knew not what was happening, I still don't. There's enough, my good. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The Crucible, too, has survived, mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that is the most we can expect from people here to tell us. I think it's best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed toward the eastward. In other words, the blasphemy in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that hang can surely tell us more. This is where that person was before. Going after that enormous beast, are you? I saw it, including the very instant the poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there, by the window. A few merchants probably talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn worse. Next thing I know, there was Peter, I suppose he was, Furious's head and his hands, and black mists was swirling around him. Then his whole body burst apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, and the black mist comes again until they change. Stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Marish, indeed. Evidently, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sorts. Saw Milio, the barmaid, chatting with them. Well, might know something. Oh, pardon me, I was just, anyway, a seat wherever you like. We're open for business, Hasbury. I talked to this guy and they tell me that, and I still have to talk to another person. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiants have been calling it, anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Merid poured me a drink, when suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. After what happened next, to recall it sent shivers up my spine. Some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. The sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Merid, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for life, while the radiant hosts came to aid. Wait a minute, Ishgard and Alamigo Quarter, too. We're about to get attacked, too. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? Certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky. I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Okay, that's something, I guess. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Merid's Mayhain. Can we get you? We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You are Milius. We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on Rattrap's behalf. Here it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transfer. Can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Klazal was his name. And his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of various specialties. Where have I heard that name before? It definitely rings a bell. Come to think of it, didn't you meet a Khazal when you first came to Thavnair? If I recall correctly, he ran a trading operation in Yedlamad. It was through him that the Scions were acquainted with the Matsya. It was right before we met with the elephants. Yes, that is the name Khazal, no doubt, a rather successful one. Said it was clear that he had hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot be good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. Markets of luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium indeed. Khazal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishing, many others who counted on him for their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting. As far as I could hear, yet discuss matters further. Khazal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. I I could, I would ask you just one thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kazal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can. Kazal lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but who are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. Amidst the apocalypse. Kazal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kazal lived there since childhood and known throughout the neighborhood. Kama, the name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find that's what you seek. If nothing else, it is a start. Let's see where this takes us. Ask for directions. Like, what? That's the best they could come up with? Like, ask for directions when we have the thing on a minimap. Hold on. It is quite an adventure, is it not? Not now, Gra. This must be Kama. We arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Kazal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Kazal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to the bargain, late to return. His days procuring and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging on. Most surprised, really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk. Okay, no doubt racking his brain for a way fortunes around. And at night, I heard the door open. I looked out to see Azal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulder. See, the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with the Cordium. He was the same old Khazal, cordial and honest, like old. These questions you were asking, what happened to him? Caught up in the terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside, stuck here as I am. Heard little about the bazaar going on. Assured the city is safe now, but the situation may change without warning. Urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should that trap order it. Something to take the edge off. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for adult. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Regarding our intrusion, you may not have noticed, but great danger has come to Thavnir. I urge you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. Before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Khazal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Khazal, I know him. In fact, we spoke the other day. Many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he had managed to turn things around thanks to a generous order from Uyeda Fibers, who practices dancing in the street. I haven't spoken with him since, but all went well. Nabba might be able to tell you more. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Vijnaba at Adya Fibers. This is promising. It's quite the sight, this red sky above. During the final days of yore, heavens burned and the stars fell, creation magic to run amok. Amrat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, the terror of the single powerful influence caused their calamity. Yet those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame? You're farming silkworms. This must be where your farm is. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste. People trying to scam in these times, too? Pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? I have a few questions that we ask. I'm sorry, but I simply don't. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We carry all our wares and equipment to safety. It's a cursed beast or two. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. Start by moving that. Oh my lord. We want 2 minutes of your time. And we have to help you with this stuff? This is such a nonsense quest. Areas for employees only. Out! Out! What's this? You've come to help. Praise be to Minerva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry the small crate to Nav, the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Mon. A massive crate goes to area by the middle house store. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? Good thing that you never know when you'll need to defend yourself. At times. Yes, I can. Can you put that away for you? This guy wants to talk. I give you this. Carried all the crates to the storehouses. See? So quickly too. I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please, Dijnaba and assure him our work is proceeding. Tell the truth, we are grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings late, but generous souls like yourself give me hope that you may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet. And as I ask, have you? Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and before we could even begin to make sense of it, A hideous creature burst through the door, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror. In the next instant, he lost. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and he too transformed. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask. Indeed, you knew the merchant Kazal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment? Oh, I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, we received a better offer and had to take it down. And his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transfer goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. But yeah, he was so excited that he thought he had his business. He was about to get his business back running in good shape, and it got turned down. And then the rage consumed him. This is Mr. Pandaria. I felt terrible from withdrawing the offer, but to understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection, and despair were plain as day. Child despair. Said he discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. That dejection and despair. Remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turned into beasts one after another, the next. It would seem that the same phenomena occurred here. Poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kazal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? I think so. It remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. That's something you could deduce from the dungeon. Once he saw those elephants. What was that? Beyond the depths of despair. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Meg Aduta, were we not? Did we be outside? Any luck? Return to investigation. My friend, you must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared for the tragedy, but remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. You are ordered to flee, so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern. Pray you to take care of it. What's going on here? I saw the terrible beast. The gods, is everyone alright? Surely the satrap will offer the wisdom, guidance we need. Finish your rounds. I'm ready to share.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
Negative emotions cause the things. Large spikes in emotions, I guess. Because not everybody panicked, but not everybody changed.
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
It's like
Fear,
a pandemic.
unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me.
Come on. The beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone. Those of today are born of sentient beings. Does that mean they're born from people? And before it was just magic that was, you know?
We have it on good authority that Karzal's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast.
Ishgard! Hola, amigo!
Even lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Yeah! Yeah! We gotta get on that ship.
Look! It's the Satrap!
The Satrap!
Even?
Thank the heavens.
Hope you got something cooking.
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Balaga's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
Doesn't matter who he is.
I'm Matya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
Matya.
Ah, I remember you from our
Why is it
first
taking
meeting.
him so long to remember? It wasn't that long ago.
Wait, you're... But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
What is
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest one.
Okay, calm down before you change too. Ma'am?
What if we are too late, huh?
Ma'am?
Did they catch him? Stick their fangs into him? The fangs!
Put it down.
The screams!
Put it down.
Get away from her, now!
I mean, do we really need more proof?
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Wait, there might be a cure. Don't kill them, guys.
Run as fast as you can!
Sheesh. Cast the damn spell. What am I doing?
Our people, you must save them.
What am I doing? What? Did I just grab the aggro and run?
My son. Enough. You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes. You'll survive. You must.
Fire forward. What was that free? Wait, you can't job change in the middle of a battle? He didn't shirk me, that's why the satrap died. Just shirk me.
Be strong, my friends. Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations.
Abominations. Crystal Exarch?
Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Alphino! Alice! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matsya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right.
Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
Oh? I'm on the other side of the bridge? Damn it all, staying calm isn't exactly my forte. You know, we meet again. You do remember, yes? You saved me my skin twice over in Yedlamad, and now I find myself turning to your help once more. Let us tarry. Can we tarry long? We must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. Matsya, it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palaka's stand is not far, just down the hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what I'll do. I ask that you take the lead and dispatch any beasts you encounter. Asa and I will keep Matsya hidden amongst the trees and follow when the path is clear. Yosh. There's no telling what dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. What is left? This is going to be a recurring mechanic. A beast. Oh, fall breath. What's happened to them? Good work, Glide, though I'm worried for Matsuya. It cannot be. What do you mean? What cannot be? You don't think it was happening here either? We must heal those we can. Quickly, I see no beasts, but stay on your guard. That's a nice little hut. Frightened aura. It's too late, my friends, my family. Though the village's injuries do not appear to be threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His brain grows and ragged. Will live even if I wake. The nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. Why, the horror. Are these the only villagers who survive? I can only hope others manage to flee. But if the rest have been turned to beasts by the 12, now let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further. And no matter what comes, let's keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Alright, I think this is a good place to stop. Full Petal Alchemist. Be back later. There's Liberty. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm out cheat. Oh, I need to check, make sure everything is good. Okay, yep. I'm out. Peace.